All right, I think we're good. Hey everyone, welcome to another rip roaring episode of That's All Kayfabe, episode 54. We're doing it. Yeah, no. With me today, as always, is my buddy Gabe. How you doing today, Gabe?
Man, 54, man. So, like, is this like a thing now?
It's
Are we like,
serious.
is this serious? Like,
It's
seriously?
get
For real? For real?
it's ooh, it's getting serious.
Ooh, break the pickle, tickle, tickle. Oh, that
How
movie
would you?
sucks.
What would you think of me if I was a worm? And
This is what does it matter? This is going to be our last episode.
it's not you, it's me because of all the other
but,
commitments.
but to answer your question, I'll accept a Happy Meal. That's the only thing that'll make me feel better.
Now, Happy Meals, they're cool during like when they got cool toys, obviously, but during like Halloween, I think is when they're the coolest when they got the buckets or something.
We bought two Happy Meals during Halloween because we were hoping to get two different buckets, but no, they're the same. Same orange ones. And not only that, they have the handle, right, that you
Mm-hmm.
grab from,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't like fold over the bucket to help save storage. There's like another, so it's like the handle here that you grab on top, and then there's another bar that goes through to connect both sides. So it doesn't close all the way over the bucket. Does that make sense? Like a Bill Miller's bucket, it doesn't close all the way. Like it sticks up halfway, like this. And it's
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
got
yeah.
two of them, and I can't stack them on top of each other because it looks all stupid. And it,
I
man,
don't know how you could fuck up the simplicity of a bucket. You know what I mean? It's just a
mm-hmm.
bucket.
Man. Speaking of Bill Millers, I had a tragic event that happened recently to where I don't think I'm ever gonna eat Bill Millers ever again.
What
Mm-hmm.
was it? Did it involve chicken or meat or what was it?
Uh, it, all of the above, man.
Oh my god, that's a
Yes,
shame.
I had got a 15-piece chicken tender family meal. And for those
Hmm.
who don't know, whoever's like outside of, I guess, Texas in general, I guess it's
Yeah,
Texas only. Um, Bill Miller's, when you order like their family meals, it comes with a loaf of bread. It comes, of course, like the chicken, the meat, and it comes with like two fries, like a large fry and a medium fry, and that like covers the whole meal. And so instead of the regular white bread, you could ask for the rye bread, the brown bread, and that's what
yeah.
we asked for.
I was like, I'm not a fan of the brown bread. It just looks weird, but I'm not a fan of the bread in general. You
Oh
know.
man, I'll break bread with you. So I I ordered this food and then it comes with a vat of gravy, but you can substitute it for barbecue sauce. And they're like, yeah, we could do that, whatever. We go home, we got the regular white bread, no rye bread. We open up the box and like each tender are like half pieces. Like the small ones are like this big.
Did you
And
go
then
like at the end of the night, or what time was this at around?
so they close at 9:30. I got there at
Yeah.
8:30. But the
Okay.
thing was, I spent a long time in that drive-through because
Yeah.
the
That's
line,
bullshit.
because the one closest, I don't want to dox myself, but the one in the neighborhood, it's
Hmm.
the very first Bill Miller's on Bill Miller Lane,
Hmm.
and there's always a long line, always a long line. So I was in there for a long time. They gave me my food. I opened it up. They still gave me gravy. They still gave me white bread. So I was like, whatever. The pieces are just tiny. So I served me and my wife. We were about to eat, and there's like this one weird piece where it's like two pieces morphed together to make the size of one regular chicken tender. So I'm there eating, and there's this one piece that's hard, but I was like, it was just chewy, like it wasn't breaking apart, and it wasn't like a tendon or like a vein or anything. I was like, this don't feel right. So I like pulled it out, and it fucking unravels to where it was a sheet of paper towel that
Oh
they
my
battered and
god.
deep fried.
Oh my god. That's fucking
I was
terrible.
so fucking flabbergasted. I don't think I've ever went like I couldn't go back and complain about it because I didn't know they deep fried a paper towel. And not only that, by the time we ate, it was they're already closed. Like it's already
Hmm.
after 9. So I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Damn it!" I was like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck." So I did the next best thing, and I just went to full Karen mode. I had to go on Google and leave a 1-star review. I took a
No, you
picture
had
of
to.
it
That's
and I
unacceptable.
complained about it. And then someone emailed me on Google. Well, they messaged me and they told me to like someone from Boom Millers like please respond to this whatever link. I go on the link and I message them. They emailed me back and they were like, "Oh, like we're so sorry about this. Like to make it up to you, we'll send you a $50 gift card because we wouldn't want to lose a valued customer like yourself. Um,
Well,
do
they
you
tried to
have?"
fucking kill you.
I
What
know,
do you
man.
mean?
I was like, "Man, y'all still try to feed me paper towels." I still ate it
It was
because I
still
was hungry.
delicious. It was still delicious, but
Delicious
terrible.
is a far stretch, man. Their tenders have been kind of ass lately. So I was like, I don't have a picture of the food. I just have a picture of the paper towel. So I took a picture of the paper towel, and it's just like covered in like, batter. Well, like the crust. It's covered in the crust. He's like,
Mhm.
I think I could pull it up real quick and show you on the screen, but you could barely tell because I think it's just like a shitty picture. So this was like wrapped up in batter, and I guess
Mhm.
like I ate all the batter off because I'm a terrible human being.
Yeah, I know it. It was the end of the night, dude. You're there just eating. You're on autopilot.
Yeah, so sure enough, they're gonna send me a $50 gift card in the mail, and they said they're gonna report to that stores. Whatever, man. It's like I just don't want to go back there again. It kind of ruined it for me. I don't think I've ever had that bad of an experience there. And it's like usually I like leaving good reviews wherever I find like a good restaurant or anything.
Terrible. No, that's a terrible experience. That's
Where's Mr. Miller? No, he died a
where
long
the
time
fuck
ago.
is where the fuck is Bill? Where the fuck is Bill?
Where the fuck is Bill? God damn it, Billy! Where the fuck is Billy?
Oh man, poor. That's bullshit. That's terrible.
But they got good sweet tea. They give it to you in a bucket, a nice, decent bucket that doesn't have a handle going across, so you can store it.
Dude, nine out of 10 times the tea's good there, and the 10th time it really sucks. Like that's for me. Like I've always had good tea from there, and then that 10th time, it's like fuck. It just sucks for whatever reason.
I know, man, and I'm a tea connoisseur. I
Me
love
too.
sweet tea, man.
I
I
love
can't
sweet
live
tea.
without it.
I fucking love sweet tea. But we will get to other things going on here. I don't know. I was trying to segue with we'll get to other paper towels wrapped in batter. And I don't know.
Speaking of tea, I'm gonna buy $50 worth of paper towels the next time I go.
You still you have any more of those battered paper towels I could buy? I really have a craving for them now.
So they're called chicken tenders. They're called chicken tenders. What do you think? I am a pleb?
No,
How dare you?
paper's edible. Paper towel's edible. Was
That's
it
a
paper
new.
towel or like a washcloth like towel?
No, it was a paper towel,
That's still that's still
which I'm kind of amazed to survive being soaked in batter and deep fried
fried.
to have that integrity.
That's a pretty strong paper towel.
I know.
Must be one of those recycled ones that like they don't even biodegrade.
It still kills the turtles when they go in the ocean.
Oh yeah, no, it fucking goes inside their lungs and it's terrible.
But
Fucking
I
terrible.
recycle. Uh,
That's what you get when you recycle. You it's like you like reusing these. But
uh,
speaking of recycling, we'll go to I got here some stuff to do
what
some
you
things and
what you got? What you got?
let me see. Not this yet. I wanted to go over something else first. I was just checking the audio with that. You had sent me this just as we were about to record. WWE has named the top 10 rivalries of 2024. Let's be known that this is WWE naming them, so they're all going to be WWE rivalries. I was like, oh, why are they just WWE? And I was like, oh wait, it's WWE naming them.
Oh
So
shit.
we'll start from number 10 because that's where the list starts, and then we'll go down. Of 2024 top 10. Number 10, Braun versus Bronson.
Okay.
Bronson Reed's I didn't like him at first, and
Hmm.
he's starting to grow on me. And that's funny that right when he gets injured, all rowdy. He's starting to grow on me.
Oh man! Hopefully for a speedy recovery for Bronson, man. That shit's still
Hopefully,
ugly.
yeah, that was ugly. Number 9, Andrade versus Carmelo.
Yes, I'm glad they made the top 10 list because they've
I
been putting out bangers.
I like Andrade. I really
Hmm
do.
I like Carmelo Hayes. Do you like Carmelo Hayes?
I mean, I could take him or leave him, but he's good. You
Hmm
know, it's not like I'm not like, oh, I gotta look for a Carmelo Hayes match, or I'm looking forward to seeing this like Gunther or anything.
hmm
But he's all right, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
8, Bailey versus Damage Control. I like anything Bailey. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. We stand. I'm honestly everybody in Damage Control, man. Everybody in that feud, I stand. They could walk all over me. It'll be okay.
They could feed me fried paper towels.
I know they could give me a 1 out of 10 unsweetened tea.
Although your dentist recommend that 1 out of 10 unsweetened tea. Number 7, LA Knight versus Logan.
I guess because it was only that one match that they had, correct?
Yeah, I don't even remember that being like a big feud.
I mean, if it was supposed to be on this list, I think I would put it like number 10, probably, because I think I remember more Strowman and Bronson Reed than I do Logan and LA Knight.
And LA Knight, I'm not high on him. I don't know.
Ah, man, I love
I
LA
don't know.
Knight.
I just am not. I don't know. He reminds me of like Austin Theory, where he's okay, but I'm not like as high as everyone else is, or as
Hmm
much as the push is for him. I'm
Yeah,
not high
no,
on it,
I
you know.
understand.
Number 6, Damian Priest versus Balor.
Okay, that's
That's
yeah. I'll
yeah,
put this on the list.
yeah. Number 5, Sami Zayn versus Gunther.
Um, I guess so. But if I was to put this on the list, I think I would put it a little bit higher. Not like closer to like the top 3, but like higher. It's like closer to 10.
I think if I was to put this on the list, but I would include what's his name? Shorty G.
Oh, Chad Gable.
Yeah, because Chad Gable was like a big part of, wasn't he? He was a big part of that. The Sami
I
Zayn.
think that was 2023 though. Like
Oh,
toward the
was
end
it?
of 2023. Yeah, because Sammy and Gunther they fought each other at WrestleMania, which was April, like the beginning of April.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then I don't know, man, that feels like such a long time ago.
But didn't Gable like pump him up or Sami Zayn before the match or something? Like in the hallway, he was like, "Remember, you owe me." Or I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember, um, what's his name being a part of. If it was
Oh
Gunther or
man.
Sami Zayn, I just don't remember.
Oh man, what was it?
All I know is
Eek.
Chad Gable had that badass promo where he was
Yes.
saying, like it was a badass fucking promo with him, like Rocky working out and shit.
hmm Man, I think I'll put Chad Gable versus Gunther instead because I remember they had the 3 matches that led to that one badass match they had on Raw that one night.
Dude, Chad Gable was badass with
He is badass. He still
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Man, we need more Chad Gable in our fucking lives, man.
We need more of that whole group because what's her name is fucking hot. Otis is fucking hot.
Oh,
What's his name is hilarious. That
yeah, Otis.
Asian.
Oh, Akira Tozawa.
He's fucking funny.
He dances like this.
Just remember that commercial they did at the pay per view for the
Yeah,
T-shirts.
it's
Oh
just.
yeah! Oh
Oh
yeah!
yeah!
Oh
What,
yeah!
what was it that he used to call Mandy Rose? Oh, my peach, my peach. Don't worry, peach. I got this peach.
And then whenever we do see Otis in like videos, it's always something funny that he's doing.
Dude,
That shit when he was like, I thought that person from Damage Control's name was he was saying it like differently, like he mispronounced it.
oh my God, who was it? Was it Kyrie saying that? Oh man,
He
I remember. He's like, wait, that's not how you say it.
Yeah, I've been saying it this way, and everyone's cracking the fuck up, and he's like, "She answered to it. She answered me,"
And I think it's funny because they're just eating like a giant meal in front of them. I don't. What the fuck is the context of that? I don't remember.
Oh, it was like a eating contest or something that they were having because it was during like national hot dog eating contests
Oh,
time.
the 4th of July.
Yeah, some shit like that, and they were. I just remember that he was just like, "What? That's not her name." I've been
No,
saying that.
she hasn't told me I was wrong.
Yeah, she's been answering to it.
Oh man, we need more Otis, man.
Dude, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Cody versus The Rock. I don't know why that's. Well, I know why that's not number 1 when you have what is number 1, but I don't know why it's not number 2.
Would you put Cody versus The Rock, or would you put Cody versus Roman Reigns?
See,
Well, no,
that's the whole thing too with Gunther and Chad Gable. Like, you need to include that other person because they were a part of the feud too. You know,
mm-hmm.
like.
Man, I just remember this being one of the biggest stories we talked about, and like us being so upset that it was going to be The Rock versus Roman, and just it turning to one of the best things that's happened the entire year. Still blows my mind to this day.
Well, the whole world essentially changed it like on the fly because they were so like disappointed, and even Cody kind of changed it too when he walked out of the ring all sad and stuff.
Oh no, I wanted Cody to win, like no matter what, man. I'm getting what I want, damn it. Oh, you can't see it, but I'm putting my thumb at me.
Oh, okay, hey, there we go. I was like, what is he doing?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Number 3, Rhea versus Liv, which I don't know, man. I like Rhea. I like everything Rhea Ripley does, but not this Liv Morgan feud.
It should have ended like I think we mentioned like every week, just like the Costco guys. Just like how we talk about the rise of the Costco guys, we talk about the Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan feud and how it should have ended like a long time ago.
Yeah. Not that I don't mind seeing them on the TV screen because they're both fucking hot, but like it's a feud that doesn't make sense to me because Rhea's just so OP compared to
Oh man, I know. I hate saying it, but it's kind of like Super Cena. That it's getting to the point where it's Super Cena.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know, and I think if you had to have Sammy, Rhea and Liv should have been above Sammy and Zayn, maybe even over Damian Priest and Balor. They could have lowered that one to
Yeah,
better. Yeah,
I think so as well.
Number 2, Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Okay, I see why. I
mean,
it
was a big deal.
I mean, the Bloodline's been the biggest story since what? COVID? Since 2020? Dude, and it's still going on for half a decade? That's amazing.
Dude, they have enough Samoans though to keep like they could do a whole third bloodline, you know what I mean? Like the young bloodline, the young line, the young bloods.
Dude, if they legit make like the bloodline storyline go for another 5 years, I'm buying $1,000 worth of $1 scratch offs.
Like just the whole roll at
a whole roll.
Station.
I'm gonna do it, man. Mark my words. What's today? On this day,
let it be known.
Yeah, let it be known. Speak it to existence.
Number 1, CM Punk versus McIntyre.
Absolutely. 100%, man. I still went back to watch that Hell in a Cell match the other day. It's still so fucking good. So good.
I haven't rewatched it, but that was one where I didn't like fall asleep or like when you're usually like on your phone and you're like not you're half paying attention. Like that one was like, oh shit, like whatever botch did happen with the toolbox, it was like a blessing. They made it like elevate the match, and then that back spot at the end is just like, man. Was that for real? Like, I like matches like that. I just saw a moment because yesterday was, as we're recording this, yesterday was the NXT pay-per-view.
Yes, Deadline.
And did you see that spot where that dude got his neck tied around the ropes?
Oh, Trick Williams. Yes, I did.
Yeah. And people were like, was that real? Was that? And I was even questioning it. But the way he did it, you could tell he meant to do that. And yeah.
Yeah, I felt like if it was an accident, the cameras would have like taken their time, like maybe looking at Ridge Holland while that match was going on.
I think Ridge would have helped him too, rather than just stare and like looking all, because the ref was quick to like go over there and do shit, but that was a moment like the back spot with Drew in the stairs where I was like,
Oh,
did they
man.
plan that or did he? It looked fucked up. You know what I
It
mean?
looked fucked up, man. I don't have sciatica, but my sciatica flared up after I saw his back hit those stairs, man. Man, and one thing I remember vividly was how in that same match that Drew was on his knees, like, begging CM Punk not to hit him. And like while he's begging, like his cut just reopens and he's just pouring blood down on his
Yeah,
face again. One of the craziest things like you ever see. Like there's like so many camera cuts, or not camera cuts, I apologize. So many stills that you can get from that match that you're gonna see in like a Hall of Fame induction ceremony in years coming. And not only that, it's been building up since the Royal Rumble, I believe, because uh, CM Punk got injured during the Rumble from Drew McIntyre's Future Shock DDT. He's like, "Oh, I pray for this to happen to you. I pray for this, Punk."
Oh, I thought you were doing Shinsuke. I was like, where
Oh
is
no,
Shinsuke
no.
part of this
No,
part
no,
of
no,
this
no.
feud? Was he the third guy like everyone else we were talking
No,
about?
just in the background, just like this.
Praying for your back, Seth Rollins.
So, and then his arm was injured, but they still put him into the title match at Mania, cost him the championship with the cash in. Led to the match at SummerSlam, which was also fucking good. And then, CM Punk, knock on wood, like he hasn't gotten injured, which I'm very surprised he hasn't gotten injured like at War Games or even alone in that Hell in a Cell match too, because that shit was fucking
Well,
hectic.
because they met their limit. Everyone else fucking got injured in that
I
match.
know. Like, no, Punk, it's okay. I'll take the pin, Oos.
Where do I have here? Oh, look, I'll show this picture here from the botches. Bronson Reed, Tonga Loa, and Jimmy Uso after the men's war game match.
Oh my god, that's
But
great.
yeah, and for it to be a no title, the CM Punk Drew McIntyre rivalry too is pretty like crazy,
Mm-hmm. I pretty much agree with that list as far as like the top two. I guess like 3 to 10, you can move some stuff around, but I do as far as like from the exception of LA Knight and Logan Paul, I feel like every feud deserves to be on that list.
Yeah, yeah. No, the Rhea versus Liv, we could move it up and move all the other ones a little bit more. And I said I would give Chad Gable his flowers because I feel like he and Gunther or him and Sami Zayn like had like something special
Mm-hmm.
for at least like a moment,
Yeah, but good list, good list. It's great, everything's great.
Yeah, this WWE knows how to make a list of their own stuff. No. Very biased, but
It's so
sure.
weird, but take that, Dave Meltzer. Eat your heart out.
Those sickos, those fucking
Those
sickos.
fucking sick bastards. Those
Next
smarts.
year on
Sorry.
the no. Next year on the news, we were talking about, and I didn't want to show the video because I don't want to get struck here, but Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods go off on Big E and make it clear where they stand. And I watched this video. Did you watch this video or see this this part?
Mm-hmm. I sure did, man. And let me tell you, I can't remember the last time where I saw a segment and it just made me feel sad, like heartbroken. Man, Big E just does a good job of, man, I don't want to say selling, but just like his emotions on his face, just you like, man, it's like that Ralph Wiggum meme from The Simpsons, where it's like,
We
oh,
could
you
see
can see
when
the
his heart
moment,
break.
yeah, when his heart breaks, and I was like, oh man, it got to the point where, um, I saw highlights of it on Twitter, but then when I got home, I told Giselle, hey, I want to see this thing with you. Like, I heard it was crazy. I didn't see, all I heard that people were upset about it. And so me and her, we saw it together. And I felt like I was watching it in real time where I was like, man, what? Man, fuck you, dude. Like, man, like, really? And like, I got teared up, man. I really did tear up. It was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
No, I just watched it, before we got on to record. And the summary of it all is what they're celebrating 10 years of the New Day, and Biggie comes out, I guess, and Kofi and Xavier Woods are just like, we don't need you. We never need you. We were trying to stay the New Day while you were injured and you didn't care about us, so just leave. Just go. Just get. We don't want you anymore. And like just here, I kept seeing camera cuts to Big E looking like this. If you're just looking, and he looks so, like you said, heartbroken. Like what I it was my neck, and they're like, oh, this Kurt Angle came back from a neck injury. This person came back from a neck injury, and you didn't even have to go to surgery, and you're holding us back. So we don't need you, and we don't want you on our team. And it was good work. Like it made me, like you said, think like, man, these assholes, like fuck them, Big E, like. And I don't know, even the crowd was just like into it, and it was good storytelling. I mean, it was a terrible story. It's like sad, not terrible in terms of like content, but just like, man, that's fucked up that they're like doing this to their friend or whatever. And that, I guess that's a good way to tell that it's actually a good story being told and how it's being told.
Man, I feel like this is a long stretch. I don't know if it's going to happen, but what if this was just a work? And to say, no,
All right.
like for
They're pushing for SGW's ring, is what you're saying. So they're gonna,
yes, if we're pushing for the ring for soft ground wrestling.
yeah.
No, for what if Biggie is actually clear to wrestle, you know, and then he comes back, say Royal Rumble, and can you imagine like the pop that would happen in that building? Like, it's all make it easy, say that, and then Biggie just comes out and fucking eliminates Kofi and Xavier like from the Royal Rumble.
Man, that'd be. I mean, the pop would be huge, but that'd
Hmm.
be pretty fucking crazy.
It would be crazy, man. That's why there's a part of me that legit thinks that I would want this to happen because man, I fucking love Biggie, dude. I think what a treasure this company has with Biggie. I remember when New Day first came out, like I hated them. I think a lot of people hated them. Like they were just like very very bland. I guess supposed to be like gospel, like oh, like you have the power of positivity and stuff like that. Whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't about it. I was not about it at all. And then Richard, he was the one that he was like, man, dude, the New Day fucking rocks. I was like, fuck no, dude, like they suck. But he's been a fan for years and years and years, like since their inception.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh, dude, this is so great. And then like they win their first championship, and then Richard's just like, "Fuck yeah, let's fucking go!" Like I fucking told you, because at the time it was Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, and I'm a big Cesaro fan,
Mm-hmm.
and like for him to lose to the New Day, I was pissed off. I was very upset, and then just over the years, I just got all behind it, man. It's just so funny. They're one of the funniest tag teams, and it was crazy that they lasted 10 years as a tag team before finally deciding to call it quits. And I didn't think that was actually going to happen because I've heard in interviews where the whole group has said, "Oh, like we don't want to be like those other tag teams where one person turns on another. Like, why can't we just be like one solidarity with the same goal in mind?" And it was cool because it didn't happen for a long time. But I mean, just this past Monday, it's one of the maybe up there with like I think it was called the Festival of Friendship with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Like years ago, that shit was upsetting too. And then, but I think this probably tops it a little bit more, man, because it's still out the blue. Like when Kofi said, "You broke your neck, so what?" I'm like, "You motherfucker, fuck you, I hate you."
Well, and I don't know if they're breaking up because they said, "Hey, you go back to your desk, and we'll call you when we need you." Like I don't say they're officially breaking up, but I don't know. Like you said, he comes and he eliminates them. I could see them being in trouble, and then Big E comes out, he helps them, and then they
Mhm.
look at each other and they do that like look where whatever, and then he puts his hand out and he looks at
Mhm.
the hand and he's looking at the crowd like, should I shake it, shake it, shake, and then shakes his hand and everyone pops, or they hug or whatever. Like,
Man, dude, man, if they hug, I'm gonna cry. Like I'm just telling you right now, I am gonna cry. I'm just tearing up thinking about it right now.
I don't know where it's gonna culminate to or build up to, like, because I don't really see the New Day really doing any feuds, but if they do some big feud and then they're needing help, and then Big E comes out and helps them, and he's like ready to wrestle.
Uh-huh. That I do want Big E to get better. I mean, if he doesn't, God willing, he does become better. But if not, like I feel like he still does have a career, no matter what. Like he's just a great personality.
Yeah, yeah,
But like you said, like I feel like it could go either way. Where Big E comes back into Rumble and triumphs over Kofi and Xavier, or Kofi and Xavier are in so much trouble that Big E comes and saves the day and they rejoice. But I feel like if that were to happen, that it's gonna be some time down the line. Like it'd be kind of. I felt like it would ruin the moment if it were to happen like right away or like at
yeah,
Mania time. You know.
yeah. There, because there's a lot of already things going on. You don't want it to get lost in the sauce.
And the one thing that makes me happy is that they're actually coming back to, like, I don't want to say being relevant because that sounds ugly, but like being a main storyline in the middle of
Mhm.
all these other storylines that are going on. Because I felt like they were just getting buried between all the other stories and everything.
Yeah.
So for them to come back up like that, I hopefully it does stay like that. But man, dude, what entertainment, man! It's entertainment.
No, and it blurs the lines of reality, because we have here Big E's girlfriend Chris Yim firing back at Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods. Uh, Now, when we bought our home, I was looking forward to having the boys over. I was mentally planning to make two different meals to accommodate True Kofi's vegan ass and Austin Creedwin's childish ass palate. But since y'all want to be ungrateful crybaby ass bitches, y'all can choke. Uh, oh, crazy. The
Oh
lines of
yeah,
reality.
yeah. So that was from Biggie's girlfriend, who's also Medium's sister, and I
Oh
guess
yeah.
yes, that is her sister. And if you click on the picture, the text, the tweet, it's just so funny because she made that post, and then Austin Creed also responded to it saying, "Looks like I dodged a bullet, not having to pretend to enjoy a bland ass meal." And then she responds back to Austin Creed saying, "The meal would have to be as bland as your singles run to accommodate your underdeveloped taste buds." Damn.
Oh, these kids, they're terrible on Twitter, I tell you.
I know, man. I don't want my kids to use social media.
I think my niece is on there somewhere, but I tell her just to be careful.
Yeah, I mean that's all you
But
could do.
yeah, I think she was telling me the other day someone messaged her that she was the N word, and
Ooh.
I was like, well, that's kind of a weird insult. Like, it's more confusing than insulting because you're not uh, black. So
Mhm.
she was just like, oh, what should I do? And I was like I
Oh
know what to
man.
do, and I was all, just ignore it. They just want your attention. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah,
Go
just
ask your
ignore it.
mom.
Give me the coordinates. Fly a drone. I could dox them with all their figure it out. No, don't dox people. Doxing is bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Moving on here, we have a picture here. It says, "I'm no doctor, but Ibushi wrestling with an open infection or worse, an exposed staph infection." I don't know if
Ugh.
you'd sent me more about this. What was there any like update to this, or there was just because that looks really gross. That looks
That's
infected. Like,
it absolutely does. for audio listeners, we're just looking at, a silly little picture of Ibushi wrestling, and he just has what looks to be, I'm like 85% sure that's a staph infection. It looks disgusting. It looks fucking huge.
Yeah, like
And
it's on his left back shoulder, not his shoulder, but the back shoulder blade or something, and it just looks like it's ready to explode or something. It looks disgusting.
it looks
I don't know why you wouldn't just wear a shirt.
or don't wrestle. Like I don't know. What is a staph infection anyway? Like, how does that develop?
Let me look up what.
Excuse me.
Staph infections caused by Staphylococcus coccus bacteria. It can lead to a wide range of infections, including skin abscesses, boils, cellulitis. Okay, what? It's just bacteria,
Oh man,
and
that's
it can
nasty.
affect your skin, blood, organs, and devices.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, ugh.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's just bacteria under the skin, and it's I don't know. That's disgusting. It's just bacteria, but it could
contagious.
probably like make your blood toxic if it like runs through your body. If you don't get it seen.
Oh man, that's disgusting, man. It's like, I think that's also irresponsible on the company's part for letting Ibushi wrestle with that open staph infection.
Is he like a? Well, he's a big deal, right, over there. Like, I mean, I don't know if he could take a day off from fucking trying to heal his or get it fucking drained or something.
Ugh, ugh. I don't know what company he's in right now. I don't know if he's in New Japan or All Japan. I'm not too sure which one it is, but he's the one that's always doing those crazy matches that are like outside or like in public settings. That he'll go on top of taxis, does a moonsault off a taxi. I don't know if he was the same one who did that figure. I don't know if it was the same guy or two other different individuals, but they took a figure four, but they're going down the slide together,
Yeah.
like the water slide. But Kota Ibushi, he's the one that he was shooting a Roman candle at his opponents, and he
I remember that.
points it at himself, and it was just like going crazy on him. And I'm just there like,
What's
cool, man.
Let me ask you, and I'm trying to remember too, and you can try to remember while I ask this question and think about it. What's the worst injury you've worked with? Like you've gone to work like with a sickness or an injury where you're like, man, I can't miss work, or your boss convinced you to go in. You know what I mean? Because I could say for me, I think I had like an ingrown toenail that was like
Oh,
real fucked up,
mm-hmm,
and I went in because I was like, man, I can't miss work, or I would feel bad. It's not about not missing work; it's just feeling bad because you know
mm-hmm,
how shorthanded. In our positions, it was just like three people who would work in the morning, or at night. So if one person misses, it fucks up the whole team. But
mm-hmm.
I think I had an ingrown toenail, so I went in the morning. It was just limping the whole day, and then finally, like, I told them, "Hey, I'm gonna leave early because I'm gonna go get it checked on." And I told my boss, and he was all right. He's like, "Why are you leaving early?" And I go, I have an ingrown toenail. Oh, okay, man. Nah, you should go. That I've had that too. That's real fun. Like he rowdy knew like, oh no, that's messed up, man. Like, go ahead and go. What would you say you worked through?
Oh man, one comes to mind, but I don't think I can say it on the podcast.
Was it a physical illness or a like uh
It was it was it was physical, yeah.
okay.
Um I guess like a modification, not like a piercing or anything.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
oh man, I want to tell it so bad. I just don't know. I
No,
feel
don't worry
myself
about
getting.
it.
I feel myself blushing a little bit.
Don't worry. We're cool.
But the thing that first came to my mind was, we worked at that store together at HEB together, and there was this girl that worked in our department, and then I remember she said that she she was at her and her boyfriend lived together, but they lived at his dad's house or something like that, and they were working on the roof. But she was like down on the floor, like on the roof, like talking to them, like tossing up tools, like in case they needed tools. And she was wearing sandals, like open toe sandals. And I remember she told me that the hammer got knocked down from the roof and it went and it hit her big toe and shattered her toenail.
Mm-hmm.
And it just
They're early,
they're
man.
early. Look at that, man. I had loose bills. It went down and shattered her toenail completely, and she went to work with a huge bandage around her foot. And I was like, "Hey, what happened?" Like, well, she was telling me about it, and she showed me a picture of her toenail shattered, and me, it's like I wince at that shit. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh man!" And she was working, and like after she would help a customer, she would have her head down like this on the counter. I'd be like, "Hey, dude, like, are you okay?" And I was like, I mean, you knew me like in my department, so I was like, I guess like second in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I would open, like I'll be responsible, like, oh, like do this and do that, like you should be good.
Yeah.
And I would tell her, "Hey, are you okay?" She goes, like, "Dude, I'm in so much pain." I was like, "Dude, go home, like just take just take the day off. That's okay." She's like, but what if I come in again and like it still hurts? I was like, then go home again. Like, I don't know, like feel better. Like you're
Yeah. What can
in
you
the end,
do?
your health is more important. And like I wouldn't want you to like stress that shit out,
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's like as far as for me, it's mainly like feeling sick where I'm just like, oh man, like I don't feel too good. Like I'm kind of nauseous, but I got to put up with it. I remember. Oh, let me rephrase that. I do remember one time, but it happened while the ship was going on. That I'm setting up my case and I bent down to, I'm bending it
I
like a
think I remember
fucking
this. I remember this.
yes, man. And like I was putting my tags in my case, throwing ice in, and I bent down to fix one of the tags, and I felt a sharp pain in my back, and I was stuck in like a
An L
weird
shape or something.
an L shape, like an obtuse angle shape.
Yeah.
And I had opened, and it's like, fuck, dude. Like, I still got to set up the case. Like, no one's here with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like these big old bins I had to carry, and I'll just go, ugh, like groaning. And I think at the time, our friend Leo, shout out to Leo, hope you're doing good. He
Mm-hmm.
came in and he's like, "Hey, bro, you good?" I was like, "Dude, I'm like," I pulled my back. He's like, "Really?" I was like, "But I don't want to go. Like, I'm not trying to go until like the other guy comes in." So he would pull a tray down for me, and then I would go and like set it up, and he'll pull another one down for me. And like Leo, if you remember that, I remember you, man. You're a blessing in disguise. But as soon as my coworker came out, I was like, dude, I gotta go, man. Like I pulled my back. And the same thing too, I felt like I was getting nauseous like from working through that pain.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking shit, man. Luckily I went to the doctors and they gave me like some type of like pain medicine like to take. And usually when I pull my back, I'll be good, knock on wood, I'll be good like a day or two later. But when it happens, man, I'm out for a while.
No, I'm like with physical injuries, I'm usually pretty good. Has it really take a lot to get me out? But when it's like my anxiety or like a headache
Mhm.
always fucks with me more than like, I think I one time I dropped a pallet on my toe and fucked up the nail and it hurt, but I was able to work through it. Like, it was just like whatever. But like a headache, I'll be like, oh, fuck this. I gotta go home. Like I just can't handle a headache will like slow me down even worse.
Oh man, I had a friend who always said that they have. I feel like the new trend today is saying you have a migraine, and they'll send you home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because every friend I know, they're like, "Oh, I got a migraine." I don't think I've ever experienced a migraine. Maybe like where I have like a headache, but legit, I'll just say like, "Oh, I'm dehydrated," so I'll just drink water.
Yeah, I've never felt I've experienced a migraine. But I know like the people at my job with how like new age these kids are. They have
Hmm.
those self what do they call them?
Self-diagnose.
No, where you just take a day for yourself to reassess and
Like a rest
enter.
day.
Yeah, like a rest day, but it's called something more mindful. It's like a self care day. You know what I mean? You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God, what's the word?
You know what I mean, right? A
Yes,
mental rest
mental
day or
rest day.
something like that.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't mind. Like, I'll
Yeah.
take the
Yeah.
fucking fuck yeah. I'll sleep all day. Fuck
I
yeah.
know, like my friends would be like, "Oh man, I got a headache." Like, no matter if it's a man or a woman, I tell them you should try jacking off. You'll feel better after you
That
jack off.
that actually does like help out 90% of symptoms of anything. Just masturbating.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. No, it's the natural way to handle things.
But you know what's not natural? This open staph infection right here, man. I forgot we're a wrestling podcast.
I don't think masturbating would help this staph infection. I think it
Oh
actually
no,
would.
dude! I think it'll
Yeah,
spread it even worse.
yeah. So, like I said, 90% of things.
Oh man, but that is so fucking disgusting, man. It's I don't know if this also relates to Coda, like his staph infection as well. But there's a tweet that I have from Drain Maker, at Drain Bamager. It says Kota Ibushi with an update on his health and when he possibly could be returning to AEW via Tokyo Sports. And quote, "My legs are at the limit and it could end at any time. I wanted to keep going before I can't do it anymore. I'm really at the limit, but I want to contribute to the world of professional wrestling before I end my career. So I'm currently appearing in various places. AEW will be issuing visas again for next year, but I feel like the Japanese pro wrestling world is somehow declining, so I want to help lift it up. That's why I'm doing everything for free this time."
Jeez, all
For
right.
free? That's
Dang.
wild, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. When you got the Rainmaker making 3 billion yen or whatever the fuck he's making,
Oh, literally, he's called the Rainmaker. He goes like this, and money comes out, dude.
I mean, I don't know what worthless dollar bill it is, if it's the yen or the euro or whatever is coming down, but it's paper. He's making it rain.
And make
He's
it
making it
rain.
rain.
Hey, man, it works, man. It works.
Speaking of AEW, we have a interview here between Ariel Helwani and Eric Bischoff, and we'll take a listen to at least the first minute of it. And it says here, Ariel Helwani asks Eric Bischoff if there's any hope for AEW, and this is how Eric Bischoff responds. Check a look.
So I just said, heck with it. It's not worth my time.
Okay. What about your take on the current state of All Elite Wrestling? What do you think? How are they doing right now?
Well, they're horrible. Come on. It's just, I've given up. I used to get really frustrated with them because I actually hate seeing people screw up good opportunities. I know what that feels like, and I know how hard good opportunities are to come by. So when you see somebody just shooting themselves in the foot day after day, week after week, in every possible way, it's frustrating for me, and I would vent that frustration. Now it's just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. There's no hope for them. Nothing's going to turn that company around. There's no light bulb going to go off in anybody's head and all of a sudden realize, oh, this is how we actually get people to watch TV. They have no idea what they're doing, and they're too stubborn to learn.
So that doesn't sound like he's biased at all, even though he showed up at WWE for NXT. But okay. And then I don't know where he's at, if he's in a Chipotle, he's doing this interview. But what do you think
That's a
about Eric?
Denny's.
Is it?
Nah, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Especially when he has like a home setup so fucking hardcore with a Monet painting of the finger poke of doom right behind him or something.
Does he really? Does he have that?
Nah, he has like a watercolor painting of him and when the NWO formed or something.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
it looks pretty. It looks pretty. But what do you think of Eric Bischoff saying this about AEW, that there's no hope and nothing is going to turn that company around? They have no idea what they're doing and too stubborn to learn.
I remember when we worked together, how we would always talk about AEW and how big the pay-per-views were. Like, it was like a big fucking thing. Only because I remember 2018, 2019 WWE was just pure fucking garbage. It was terrible. And to think like the roles have flipped 5 years down the line, that WWE TV is like super good. I mean, there's still some faults here and there,
Yeah.
but it's like with AEW, it's like more noticeable, like less fans, bad TV ratings. I mean, I don't give a fuck about TV ratings. I know most people do. And, you know, especially for a company, it should be considered a big thing. It's we talk about it all the time. They have this giant roster of great talent just for a lot of them not to be utilized. I mean, we know a few of them. I don't know. We'll talk about them today, but I know like Fenix and Pentagon Jr. or I don't know if he's still Pentagon Jr. Whatever his 30 names are.
Penta L0.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Penta Cero Miedo. Cero Miedo.
Where the fuck is Penta? Where the fuck is Penta?
What the fuck is Phoenix? God damn it! That's gonna hurt my throat. It makes me think of this tweet that Eric Bischoff replied to, because they quoted this tweet and it says NXT done the worst rating that they have in years, and then he replies to it's like, yeah, and they still beat AEW.
Ah, man, you can't argue with facts, though. So
I know. What do you think about what Eric Bischoff is saying here?
I mean, he's saying like the most dire thing, and he's very one-sided. You could tell. And then when I saw his name at least pop up on NXT, of course he's gonna say things like that now because he's kind of in WWE's pocket, you know. So you can't like deny him saying that. Not that he hasn't always said that; it just hasn't been so strongly worded. But I mean, he's an old man. He kind of knows how to fuck up a company because he's lived through it. So I think he does have a saying of like, I know you're fucking this up because this is exactly the same thing I did.
Yeah.
And so I would take his words a little bit more seriously than like, let's say Vince Russo, who just, hey bro, but he just complains and he's always saying like what he thinks things should be done. And I don't know, Eric Bischoff, he just reminds me of the person that knows how to do things wrong, but will never give you advice on how to do them. Like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Okay, well, how should I do it? I don't know, but I know you're doing it wrong. You know,
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. He reminds me of that this boss we used to have at our job where I would do like something with watermelons and he'd be like, that's not right. And I'd be like, well, how should I do it, sir? I don't know. I just know that's not right. And I'm like, okay, well, that advice helps.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think I know who the fuck you're talking about. I hate that fucking asshole.
Fucking, I can't even remember his name now. He was Jar. Stupid.
Oh my god! But man, I knew
Yeah.
you were talking about him, man. I fucking hate that guy. What a piece of shit.
Fuck that dude. But that's what he reminds me of. Like he's done it before. He knows the mistakes that he's been through, and he's just saying it, but like in a real exaggerated tone, because you know that's just his personality, and I believe him. Like I do feel like it. Yeah, you know, we talk about AEW, we talk shit, we tell them when they do the right things, or at least to us, stuff that we think is cool. But it just feels like they're not doing the right things. You know, not pushing certain people, pushing the hell out of Orange Cassidy and all that. We already, you know all the gripes and criticisms. You know.
I know. I feel like with AEW, it's more of like Tony Khan listening to like the hardcore fans. And you know, like you want to appeal to hardcore fans, of course, but like that's going to be like your foundation. But if you're only going to accommodate to the hardcore fans, that's all you're going to attract is hardcore fans.
Yeah.
It's hard to get casual fans to be interested in your product. Where I know WWE, they got their hardcore fan base. And they've always had it for years and years and years. But now it's more diverse as far as like the roster that they have from like different nationalities, and as far as like, you know, the type of violence that they have in their matches. I mean, we just talked about the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre Hell in a Cell match. Before that, when was the last time you saw someone blade on WWE TV? You know, or color. You know, where as far as AEW, you're watching an episode Dynamite, you see Nick Gage cutting open Chris Jericho with pizza cutters, you know? And it's like, you know, you're having a death match on TV. Like death matches aren't going to accommodate to like everybody, you know? If you really want to have that type of match, like have it on a pay-per-view, like make a proper build up for it. Make it make sense, I guess. Where as far as like, you know, with Adam Page and Swerve, like that makes sense, you know, like for them to have that type of match. But it's, you know, to have those matches like on regular TV, or to have fucking every match just kick out at like 2 or 1 out of everybody's fucking finisher. It's draining, you know. It's exhausting.
No, you're right. There has to be a balance for all ages and all walks of fans instead of just the sickos or whatever Tony Khan says, you know.
Yeah, no, that it's I do want AEW to be successful. I do want the wrestlers to have, you know, proper TV time. I don't know, for them, I just don't think it's possible right now to be doing both.
Yeah, I don't know. They need someone else booking it or something like that. It's just not working, whatever they are doing.
Yeah.
Moving on here to WWE news. WWE via a press release announced Saturday night's main event will return on January 25th, 2025, emanating from San Antonio, Texas.
Woo!
What do you think about this announcement?
It's great. It's great. It's great. It's like a big stretching.
And Saturday night's main event, how long is it going to be? Is it an hour or 2 hours?
It might be 2 or 3, like the length of a regular.
Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Because they are, they're having one coming up soon. Because I thought it was going to be last night, but I think it's going to be this upcoming week. This upcoming Saturday. Yeah, that they're going to have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the championship, and they're going to have Gunther versus Finn Balor for the championship as well.
With Jesse Ventura, right? Like returning to commentary or something.
Oh man, yes, I've been seeing so many memes with that. It's just so funny. Have you seen them?
I saw one where it's just like, oh, so you know I'll try to do my Jesse Ventura. You know, the Twin Towers had the documents, and that's why they got the explosions at a tower that didn't even get hit by the planes, which explains 9/11. And then Michael Cole, Kevin Owens with a headlock. Well, that's Kevin Owens with a headlock. Yeah, you know, the Twin Towers and the
towers. The papers, the Pentagon Papers.
They have all the Puerto Rican oh man.
I have 10 Puerto Rican wives in the Baja. You ever been to the Baja?
They have a recipe for a good Baja fish from Puerto Rico, locked up in the confidentiality.
Are we talking about Will Sasso's impersonation?
Yeah. I'm going on that.
Him and Karrion Kross have such a great impersonation of Jesse Ventura. It's hilarious.
Oh,
man.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
But the only reason why we share this is because we're from San Antonio. I do want to go, but the only thing is I'm trying not to buy tickets for myself right now because it is Christmas time. But if I don't get this for Christmas from somebody else, wink, wink, Richard.
You know,
for audio listeners,
bro.
I'm winking.
I'm broke.
I know, man. I'm broke as fuck too. If I don't get tickets for Christmas from like anybody, I'm gonna buy a set of tickets to go to this. And it's crazy too because Saturday night's main event here in San Antonio, that Saturday, the Thursday and Friday before, TNA is also going to be in town.
That's cool.
Cool. So me and Richard were thinking about going to those shows as well.
And the Royal Rumble's not going to be here this year, right? It's
No,
I forget where it's gonna be, but I know it feels like it's always here in San Antonio, the Royal Rumble, which I love.
Indianapolis.
And then it's on February 1st, right? It like actually
Ew.
falls. It feels gross falling not in January.
I know. I think that's how it was this year. It was in February 1st or some shit like that. I was like,
Yeah,
ew.
I
Change
know
that
it's
right now.
weird. That's so weird. It not being in January.
But hopefully I could go to this. Excuse me.
That's cool. Hopefully the one that's coming up soon is fun. You know that's cool.
Fingers crossed.
I hope I see Otis do another ad read or something for something.
He better fucking do an ad read.
Moving here to other wrestling, to another wrestler. Dustin Rhodes has urged fans to stop attacking AEW and just enjoy wrestling instead. Quote, just enjoy wrestling. Please stop the constant attacking and vitriol towards us. We have the most passionate wrestlers in the world. We do this for you. Hashtag I am with AEW. AEW and I love and watch all wrestling. I was like, did I read that right? Yeah, source at Dustin Rhodes. What do you think about Dustin Rhodes' comments about, hey, enjoy wrestling, quit talking about AEW like this?
Quit trashing us. Let us do the trashing on WWE instead. It's kind of hypocritical.
It's, like for a legend like Dustin Rhodes, I let him kind of like with Eric Bischoff and them, like I allow them to yell and just say these things like just say it, you know what I mean? But don't expect, oh, Dustin Rhodes said it. Yeah, he's right. Everyone, let's peace on earth. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Let's all hold hands together. War's bad.
yeah, Dustin Rhodes, you're right. We should all be wrestling fans. I am with AEW. Hashtag like, okay,
It sounds like a
yeah.
plant.
I don't know. I do like Dustin Rhodes though. Like as far
Mhm.
as him cementing him being a legend in like both WWE and AEW. Like I'm sure he's having fun. He's getting paid. But I don't know. I think this is like cheesy and like you said, just like I roll my eyes at it too.
Oh, 100% cheesy, man. It's cringe, as the kids say.
It's a dead ass cringe.
Dead ass, hella.
It's brain rot, as the kids say.
Oh man, that's what the Sigma.
It's Ohio.
Ohio Skibidi Riz.
The Rizzler.
The
I just
Rizzler.
think of Riz and the Rizzler like,
And it's just...
like why does he exist? He's gonna die all quick because he's
Oh.
overweight.
He's eating too many double chocolate chunk cookie.
Double chip chocolate chunk cookie.
Doing it a chicken bake, and chicken bake gets the boom.
Well, that was Dustin Rhodes saying that. We can move on to another wrestler's comments.
Oh no.
Effy doubles down on comments made about Tony Khan and his father that got Ricky Starks pulled from GCW, allegedly. Essentially calling Tony Khan a Nepo baby who worked for the first time in his life last year. The statement I made that seemingly was what pissed him off was about his dad paying him to stay away, and I think those words were pointed. And to clarify, I would like to say that I don't think that Tony Khan has ever been the best person that interviewed for a job, and that's why he got it. I think he's been given a lot of positions in companies his father owns. I think he's been given a lot of fluff PR positions. I do not think that he was ever the best technical person for any of the jobs that he has listed. I think the first time he ever actually did any real work was firing CM Punk. That's why it was so emotionally exhausting for him via Game Changer Weekly. What do you say about Effy and his comments to Tony Khan and his father, who has a cool ass fucking Dutch Mantel mustache here in this picture?
Oh man, that's a fucking killer mustache.
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to find this tweet.
Like a Doc Holliday mustache from the Western.
I think if I could try, I could get my mustache.
That'd be pretty tight.
I was like, I would try to do that, but I'm sorry. I was like trying to find this tweet that he had posted after this one, or not a tweet, but like somebody had he had responded to it. So I'll read it real quick. This is from an account called at KXNGAO. It says, after doubling down on comments about Tony Khan and his father, Effy says, after speaking that he didn't mean to go viral and it's not good for PR for himself or GCW, he doesn't want to push fans away from GCW. Quote, once again, not an excuse. I'm a gay guy in the gay community. We're very shady to each other, and I think it comes from a place of we've always felt like an outcast. We've always been on the outside. With our version of love, we can say we love you so much, and also those pants are horrible, and you look terrible in this outfit. Sometimes, where to go? Oh shit. Sometimes it comes off a little more mean spirited than I think I mean for it too. Dot dot dot. The amount of wrestling fans that are tuning in and out to whatever program. Our biggest problem is that they don't know that we even exist. If you're locked into wrestling, if you're locked into everything going on, you probably have an idea, but it doesn't help. I'm a PR person, and I'm not doing a very good PR job if the only thing they are seeing out of me are me being a snarky little baby. Dot dot dot. I don't want to push other people away from coming to see these other wrestlers or seeing the rest of the show because I can't shut the hell up. Whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. This is from Game Changer Weekly.
Okay.
It's cool to self-victimize.
That's the only way to go, I think.
I guess it's like I apologize because I'm a piece of shit. It's because I'm gay.
Whoa, slow down there, buddy. One at a time. One at a time.
Man, I don't know, dude. Like he needs to shut up, man. So what I've heard too is that GCW, their performers have a bad habit of like not shutting the fuck up, and I think Effy's just shooting themselves in the foot right now, man. Like it's not helping at all.
Mm-hmm. No, to me, Eric Bischoff can make a comment like that, and he's got a job with either with WWE or he's fine with what he's doing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But this Effy dude making these comments, and it's just like, dude, you haven't lived these same lives that these people have, to where you have any right to like judge them.
Mhm.
I mean, you could talk shit, but don't fucking be surprised if it bites you in the ass like this. You know what I mean?
And it makes you think, okay, what if he gets let go of GCW because of his stupid social media outbursts and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
He can't go to AEW because he's shitting on Tony Khan and his dad. And I don't think he's popular enough to be going to WWE, let alone NXT. And it's like, man, it's just you're limiting your work options for yourself to grow. And it's just kind of sad that, well, it is sad, man. It's like you just need to learn how to shut up, man. That's it. You just need to learn how to shut up.
Yeah, like who are you to throw these stones at other people? And like you should just, instead of these comments, just be worried about your own like wrestling, because obviously your comments are already um getting stars unbooked, you know what I mean, from your
Mm-hmm.
fuck, or not even, I don't know if it's your promotion, but from the one you're representing. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man. It's like if you're a PR person, you should. I mean, you're a terrible PR person if you're the one that they're depending on.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you just shut up. You just need to shut up.
I don't know, man. This shit sucks. He needs to shut up.
Yeah, he just needs to. You talk too much. You never shut up.
He
Said you talk too much. You never shut
talk
up.
too much. Do. You talk too much. I gotta stop.
Next year on the news, speaking of Khan, WWE President Nick Khan confirms that they are not changing the rating of family friendly for WWE Raw once it moves to Netflix next month. We're not changing the rating of our programming. There's some online chatter about, oh, it's going to be R rated, or for us old folks, X rated. That's definitely not happening. It's family friendly, multi generational, advertiser friendly programming, and it's going to stay that way via WWE and Netflix media event last night. What do you think about Nick Khan clarifying this about the rating?
I'm indifferent about it. Excuse me. I'm indifferent because the product is good right now. I still enjoy it. but I feel like, like this whole what the TV rating is going to be once they move to Netflix, it's a double-edged sword because you have the fans that are like, oh, it should be TV 14 again. They're excited because it might be going to TV 14 if they're showing blood and they're cursing. And then WWE states, oh no, like we told them to tone it down. Like they shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you should because it'll attract more fans. But it's just like 2 weeks ago, everyone did a big outburst because Carlito said he wanted to learn some Chinese. And that caused a big outburst. It's like, so if you want them to turn TV 14, it's like no one's going to be able to handle it. There's going to be some type of controversy that's going to come behind it if they're given that more risque freedom. What do you think?
No, I mean, for him clarifying it, I guess that's good. And yeah, I know that was like a topic that I remember we were reading about, or that like, oh, if it goes to Netflix, all bets are off because they could do whatever they want, as far as ratings go, because it's not TV, it's a streaming service. But it would be silly if they just went R-rated or started just like AEWing it, where they would show blood every match or show something ridiculous like over the top every match. Like what's working right now is working for them, and they still have to cater to everyone, whether it's the sicko, the casual fan, the child fan, or whoever wants to watch, the parent with their children. They're doing a good job right now, and not only are they having to worry about Netflix and their like censorship or whatever it might be, but they have advertisers too, like C4, like the T-shirts, like Slim Jim. They got to, and what they're doing right now is working great. Why would they change the recipe? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're perfectly fine with where they're at right now. Either way, if they do decide to change or they don't decide to change, like I'm still gonna be a fan. I'm still gonna watch the product. But I think it's just people need to understand that they can't have everything on a silver platter. That because there'll be more. It's like you still got fans upset about the TV rating in general. Shit, you still got fans upset because they're moving to Netflix. And because they're like, oh, well, that's just going to increase the prices for Netflix. It's like, man, just be happy. It doesn't like just it. The like no, you can't always be satisfied. Like when it comes to this shit,
Yeah, no, just see where, like, go with the flow if you're really like a fan and see where it goes. Like, and then I know, like, as far as matches, oh, there's not going to be R-rated or X-rated or whatever. It's like, dude, I could watch like Gunther match. There's absolutely no blood, maybe blood from the chest if he chops him too hard, but that's just like, there's no gigging, there's no color, there's no weapons. It's just a good match, and I could still enjoy the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
without having to. And then he doesn't even have to cuss either. Gunther.
Yeah, people already boo him.
He's just a scary dude,
Yeah, but I'm gonna be indifferent. I'm just waiting for it to move to Netflix already, man. I just want to watch it.
Yeah, I want to see how it's gonna be. How the changes might change and how things might be. It's interesting to see. You know what I mean? The migration.
Yeah.
That's cool. Next here on the news, I'm not. Oh, this is about Ricochet. I'm not saying that I'm the sole reason. I'm just saying if there wasn't Ricochet, there would not be AEW. I'm not saying I'm the sole reason that has happened. Everything I feel I have done in my past career helped set up a world where AEW can exist. I'm not saying it's just me. It's me. It's the Young Bucks. It's Kenny Omega. It's Ospreay. It's everybody. But I'm just saying, without Ricochet, there would be no Ospreay. Really, all these guys are passionate. Without that, there would be no AEW. And this is from the Wrestling News. If there wasn't Ricochet, there would not be AEW. Ricochet on the Hot Tag Podcast. What do you think about these comments Ricochet's making?
I don't think the company was made for Ricochet. I think it was made because the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Cody Rhodes got together and wanted to start their own wrestling business. I don't know. It's been a long time.
I would consider, and I didn't watch like the indies and all that, but I would consider Ricochet like a domino in this track of it leading to AEW. I feel like even if he wasn't, if he was erased from history, AEW would still come around. But I think he was kind of a part of it being created because of him on the indie scene.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I think he's got delusions of grandeur here where he feels that he's more important than he is, even if it might in a little tiny bit of a percentage be true. That doesn't mean you have to like scream it to the fucking ends of the earth, you know?
Do you feel like ever since he joined AEW, like his cockiness has just been through the roof?
I know that there's been his voice has been amplified ever since
Yeah.
he's moved to AEW, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know if that's because AEW just or WWE just didn't allow their talent to say anything, or if that's just his personality, or is it AEW bringing out that toxicness from him because of how toxic the people are with AEW personnel or
Mhm.
employees or wrestlers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it seems like ever since he's moved to AEW, his negative voice has been amplified very much
It
so.
it really has, man, and I think a lot of people are more annoyed with him too because he can't cut a promo, and just to say like, oh, this company was built like if I wasn't around, it would have been built. Like I'm the sole reason. It's kind of like, there's a lot of better talkers. There's a lot of better performers. Well, I mean, to each your own, right? Because no one's gonna like the gymnastics. Not everybody's gonna like the gymnastics of it. Not everybody's just gonna like the death matches or like the technical wrestling aspect of it. You're always gonna have fans and haters of each kind. But I feel like he's allowed to be more vocal because I think a lot of other wrestlers in AEW can be more vocal, like on social media and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just more like it's just more cringe than
Yeah.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that too. That it's just like, even if that was true, like I said, like a small percentage, maybe some people do believe that. Like, yeah, Ricochet was kind of the reason AEW exists because of his flippity flips and all that. Is that like a good thing to admit? Also,
hmm
like I don't know.
Yeah, man, and it sucks because I like Ricochet, but
Yeah, I
ever
do
since
too.
he, ever since he joined, I can't remember anything that he's done that like sticks out. Where it's like when he first debuted in WWE, his first match was the ladder match, and I remember brightest day like the spots he did in that match, and it's like selling like you never seen before. And I just don't get that same aura from him like when he debuted back in like 2017, 2018. It's like the star power is kind of diminished. Like not saying like he's a jobber or anything, but to have that big of an ego to be talking like that, where there's so many other higher, I guess higher. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Like,
Well, even like look at Cody Rhodes leaving AEW and going to WWE and making this huge impact. And he might say like, "Oh yeah, I was a part of AEW. I helped make it," but he
mhm,
doesn't like. I don't know. Like he doesn't say it in a way that makes himself seem bigger than anyone. He just was like, "Yeah, that was a part of my history. I'm proud of it. Now I've moved on."
mhm,
And I don't know. Like it's like he's humble about it. Where Ricochet's like this is me. I did it. I did this. This is all me. Like he just doesn't sound humble. He needs to. To me, that's the kind of person that needs to be like knocked down when they think like they're the higher and mightier of everyone.
mhm. It has to be like the type of freedom he has over there too, where he's just like, oh, like I'm just gonna voice my frustrations. Because I mean, you can kind of hear it with WWE, like some superstars when they put on their social media. but I think AEW's performers are more open about it because you have like Ricochet talking about this. You have Ricky Starks. You have Swerve. You have the recent one. Oh, Ray Phoenix. You have Penta. Like that they're more. Max Caster. They say a bunch of dumb shit.
Who was that
And
other one I had here? Oh my god, the dude that Ryan Nemeth.
oh, Ryan Nemeth. Yeah, that he's been saying some shit too.
Yeah, we got here on the news too with that.
Yeah. But it's crazy because I think there's just no self control over there, like no authority to tell these performers like, hey, you need to shut the fuck up. Like like
Yeah.
same thing with Effy. Like it's bad PR on the company.
No, it is, and to me, it's just like, like Tony Khan. He wants to be friends with everyone, and when he can't be, he just like gets scared. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he backs down, and that's the problem. He wants like, oh no, you could say whatever you want, and then they're saying those things, and it's like, why'd you say that? That's
Oh
terrible.
man, you should have said that, man. Now we're in big trouble.
Get out of my fucking head, man! Get out of my head, man! Get out
You're
of my
going
head!
crazy, man.
Get
You're
out of
getting
my
out of my
head!
fucking head, man. This company wouldn't exist without me, man.
Get out of my fucking head! Moving on here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is what we were just saying. Fightful has obtained a document sent to AEW HR and execs by Ryan Nemeth, where he outlines a timeline of abuse he claims he experienced while CM Punk was still with the company. Nemeth takes issue with AEW and a member of their legal department ignoring him pleading throughout the process and after. The outline notes that Nemeth didn't take as much issue with Punk as he did AEW, allegedly ignoring his communication that he would be silently fired due to Punk confronting him. There were no confrontations, job offers, settlement proposals, and more highlighted in the timeline. I'm not sure what this means. So, did AEW exaggerate what went down with him and Punk, or did they like tone it down?
I want to from reading this, it seems like everything was toned down because I think Ryan Nemeth that he was having some issues as far as like he wouldn't shut up like online or anything, as far as like getting himself in fucking trouble because again,
like all the other AEW stars.
Yes, 100%. Let me see if I can find something else that will help explain what we're reading or what we're talking about right now. The first thing I saw was the article was called "More Backstage Details on Ryan Nemeth's Complaint Against AEW Incident with CM Punk." This is according to 411mania.com, and this was just posted on the 5th because today is the 8th. Yes. As previously reported, details surfaced on former AEW wrestler Ryan Nemeth sending a complaint to the company in September stemming his AEW exit, which Nemeth claims was over his issues with former AEW wrestler CM Punk. Dave Meltzer reported additional details on Nemeth's topic during today's Wrestling Observer Radio. Nemeth's complaints claims that he contacted AEW's former legal rep, Mega Parketh, expressing concerns that he would be targeted by CM Punk stemming from comments he made about Punk's via social media, referring to Punk as "quote-unquote" the softest man alive.
Jesus.
Nemeth also alleges that he was threatened by Punk in the locker room on June 21st, 2023. Nemeth says his comments on social media were part of an in-character post. Meltzer stated that people told him about the June 23rd dispute between Punk and Nemeth at the time. He stated, quote, "A couple people had told me about it and they were like, don't worry, it's all settled. It's just a little disagreement." And then a couple days later, I kind of heard that it's anything but settled. Meltzer also shed more light on a previous incident at the AEW Collision tapings that took place in summer 2023. The previous story of Christopher Daniels, Ryan Nemeth, and Matt Hardy being scheduled to work an early edition of Collision, but were reportedly quote-unquote sent home. At the time, it was alleged that Punk did not want Daniels, who's also AEW's head of talent relations, in the building because he perceives him as being the side of the elite over his past disputes that started about a year ago. Regarding this incident, Meltzer reports that Nemeth was at a hotel before Collision where CM Punk saw him. This later resulted in Nemeth being told not to come to the arena for work because Punk did not want him at Collision. Meltzer stated, quote, "First he was told it was a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, and later he was told it was because Punk didn't want him there." End quote. Meltzer explained that at the time, Punk was in charge and, quote, Punk was in charge and, quote, people were booking people without telling Punk. Um, I guess it's just more like he said, she said. Let me see if I can find. Nemeth also detailed in his complaint that AEW legal counsel Chris Peck communicated to him a settlement offer equating to 3 years' salary contingent on an NDA. However,
Damn.
AEW reportedly pulled the offer after Nemeth said he wanted to discuss it. The Meltzer reported that the settlement offer was pulled off the table because Punk was no longer with the company at the time. AEW terminated Punk both of his from his talent contract and his employment contract in early September 2023, stemming from a backstage incident that took place at AEW All In. Meltzer explained that AEW wanted all of this to, quote, quietly go away. He continued, quote, "Once Punk was gone, they figured, what's the point of an NDA at this point?" His complaint also alleged he was told by Pick that he, quote, be placed in an antagonistic position to Mega if things ever escalated to arbitration. Sorry. He also claimed that Peck threatened to sue him over sending his timeline of the incidents. So I guess it's just more, just shutting the fuck up, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Golly, dude.
that's the
Like,
moral of the story today.
oh man, it's that's gonna be the title. It's like learn to shut up, or I don't know. That sounds like a boomer
You
response.
talk
Never
too
mind.
much.
Yeah,
You
you
talk too
talk too
much.
much, and then with the little music emojis.
That's the episode title. You talk too much.
We'll see you guys next week. Hey,
No, yeah, that's just everyone thinking that they're higher than everyone. And I mean, Punk, he was kind of like a prima donna, but it was technically a show created just for him, Collision. So
hmm
for them to book people without him knowing is just kind of fucked up. I could see why he'd be like pissed off. You know what I mean?
it's yeah, it's everyone. Well, it's known how CM Punk is like a crybaby,
Mm-hmm.
and but it gets to a point like I guess I understand. Like he knows what his worth is. He knows what he wants to do. Like he wants to help, like establish certain people, or like help build up younger talent. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and AEW wasn't allowing him to do that. Like everyone just shitted on him, but
Mm-hmm.
I was behind the scenes. I don't know what else had happened over there. But when it seemed like CM Punk was the problem, and then over years it changed, like, oh, like maybe it was the elite who was in the wrong. But of course, the elite aren't going to get in trouble because it's their company. They're executives, they're EVPs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just more like a he said, she said. But it's kind of like telling me that CM Punk was more in the right on a lot of this stuff. What do you think about this?
Yeah. Looking back, like looking at it in the moment, and you thinking like, well, CM Punk is just crying over random things, and he's being the aggressor. And then like you look at what we know now, and the things that were going on, and then all the backstage politics and all that, were like, oh, maybe he had a reason for it. You know what I mean? And then with the Ariel Helwani interview and him telling us all this, and it lining up with all the facts, and then the elite showing that video of the backstage confrontation, and it's just like, are y'all dumb? Why would you do? Like it's so many things where we're like, why are they making these choices that don't benefit them at all, and then pushing Jack Perry when you can't do shit. I don't know. It's a lot of like you had one of the biggest stars ever. You proved it by coming back and drawing so much, and then y'all had fucked it up once, got his own show to separate, him with these other guys. You still fucked it up.
hmm It's it's the domino effect we just talked about. It's
Mhm.
something stems and it leads to something much larger than what it has to be.
Mhm.
And how you said, like, man, it just led to a whole bunch of shit that nobody else didn't need to know, but it was just immature on AEW's part, like to be airing out that that incident between Punk and Perry. And two, like just the way everything was handled, man, it was very childish. It was very how do you say unnecessary.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It was not between men. It was like nanny nanny boo boo, shit like that. It
It's
is, I don't know, immature.
yeah, immature, man. It's upsetting. It really
Mhm.
is.
No, but oh well, we're still. I mean, look at where CM Punk is now. He's just as it's like the Cody Rhodes story, and then Jade Cargill too. I mean, she
Hmm.
didn't leave with any ill shit, but she's in WWE now. I mean, look at her, like Jesus Christ, like
Yeah.
I mean, she's injured right now, but
It's like it is what it is.
yeah, she's injured, but maybe she's just training because she's still not, like they're like, dude, what did they teach you at? Did they teach you anything at AEW? Like
I don't know. They need
they
some
taught
like
you how to do shit wrong.
yeah, it's like this isn't no, this is totally wrong, man. This is
Yeah,
an SOP.
she has to unlearn how to do like the wrong things.
Oh man, fucking Jade, I can't talk.
I'm
I'm
telling
just
you,
thinking about Jade Cargill, man. It's making me loopy.
dude, she's got me thinking about chocolate right now because she's black.
Oh,
Yeah, she's that good color chocolate. Moving on here to WWE. Were we talking about WWE? No, we weren't. WWE LFG, which I thought meant let's fucking go. It's actually WWE Legends and Future Greats. A new WWE reality competition show has been announced to be premiering in early 2025 on A&E. The show will see WWE legends Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Booker T, Bubba Ray Dudley, and a returning Mickey James mentor aspiring wrestlers as they compete with WWE contracts on the line via the rap. What do you think about this show, LFG,
ah,
Legends and Future Greats?
let's fucking
That's right.
go.
I was
I
all
thought about the same
LFG.
shit. I'm cool with it. I've always liked the tough enough aspect of the TV show. It's kind of cool that they're bringing in. I guess it's kind of like the same aspect of tough enough, right? Like being trained by professionals, and then it's like a survivor style type of challenge where one person's eliminated each week. Um, I'm cool with it. It sounds interesting. I'd probably watch it.
Yeah, I love. I mean, it depends on the reality show, but I do like when they're like certain competitions, and like I like the pros versus Joes, where they have
Oh,
like a pro person against that, or when they have a show kind of like this where you have a mentor, but it's like an actor or reality actress or someone, and then
mhm.
they have like a Navy SEAL or an Army person training them to do like Army tactical shit.
Yes, I know the show you're talking about
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's the one Dennis Rodman knocked himself out, right?
I don't remember.
Somebody because he was going off a cliff and he hit the side of a cliff and he was just hanging there like in the strap. I think it was Dennis Rodman.
I remember seeing an episode of a show like that, and the guy who won, I don't remember the actor, but the pro or the Navy SEAL or whoever that was teaching him was that American Sniper, the like
Oh,
the real life dude.
mhm.
Like he trained them and they won, and he won. The contestant won like a brand new Toyota Tundra or Chevy pickup, like a all fucking 4-wheel drive,
Mhm.
big ass Dodge truck or whatever. But that was right before that American Sniper dude got killed.
Mhm.
Have you seen that story where he like went to a shooting range with a veteran,
And then the
and
veteran
the
killed him
veteran
and killed
killed him?
himself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I saw the movie, him and the fake baby.
yeah. Bradley Cooper got pretty fucking built for that movie.
He
All on the
really did.
protein. Like Zac
Honestly,
Efron and shit.
yeah, me and Giselle went to go see that movie on one of our first dates, and I can tell you right now, I don't remember the movie until the ending. And the fake baby.
The fake baby stands out, and then that one. Well, there's that one scene where he's like shooting that kid who picks up the bazooka,
Uh-huh.
and then he's like, "Don't pick it up, don't pick it up," and then he picks it up and he has to like shoot him, and he's all like all fucking
Yeah.
like vomits or something from having to do something so bad, and then he has that one-on-one against the sniper and shoots him like through his scope or something, all dramatic, you know.
Oh yeah, because I remember people were complaining on how they didn't show him die in the movie. Spoiler
they
alert,
don't.
he dies in the movie. Well, spoiler alert again, he dies in real life.
I know. I was about to say that's history. Like that's
Oh,
in history. You know?
That I remember when that because I remember watching that movie and like the guy went to go pick up. You ready to go shooting? And he's like, "Yeah, man, like let's go shooting." And then they close the door. It fades to black, and it just pops up in warning like, "Oh, he was killed at a shooting
Yeah.
range by the veteran."
In memoriam or some shit.
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
like, and in my mind, I was like, man, I wanted to see him get shot. And like, I remember tweeting about it. I was like, man, I wanted to see him get fucking shot. And people were like, oh, like that's disrespectful, like that's insensitive, like to an American war hero and all that stuff. I was like, he literally shot a fucking kid in the movie. What are you talking about, man?
He's literally, he literally had like, I don't know, it's disputed, but the biggest kill count of a sniper to ever exist. Like he's killed a lot of people.
He killed a lot of people.
Yeah. You're telling me like this is the disrespectful thing? Like you had a fake baby at some point. Like I don't know.
Because he killed the real baby. He shot him. Oh my god.
He no-scoped him.
Dude, we need a separate podcast where we just talk about movies. Oh wait, no, you already got that with your friend with mint salad.
Mint salad. Yeah,
that's all right. I don't want to add more to your plate.
I was like, what did we just talk about the other day? We talked about we did 3 tapings in one sitting, and we talked about The Thing. We talked about oh my god, I can't remember the 3 movies. Oh, Don't Move, some movie that just came out on Netflix, and then Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That kick-ass Mortal Kombat.
It's like, you take my luggage. Or like, what does he say? Like Johnny Cage was telling Liu Kang to take his stuff.
Yeah. And he gives him money.
He throws it in the water. He's like, good thing I didn't tell him to park my car.
And then right after that, it goes into only Friday song when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go.
I hate that song so much.
Only love her when you let her go. Only in the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go.
I know this is off topic from wrestling, but when y'all watched the Mortal Kombat movie and y'all talked about it, did you talk about how shitty that Raiden was?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
I did talk about that with Joseph, my buddy. How like he sounds like a raspy ass woman. Like his
every
voice
time he talks like this, to give words of wisdom. And I was like, dude, I play the games. He sounds so majestic and so much depth in his voice, and you make it sound like he's on the verge of losing his voice because he smokes too much.
He sounds like a drag queen, is what he sounds like.
You got to do a lot of work, Liu Kang, to save Earthrealm. There's a danger is coming. The evil Emperor Shao Kahn. Man, I watched that movie too much, man. I fucking love that movie.
It's a good movie. It's a good.
Hell
movie.
Yeah.
It's good. Sonya's kind of ugly in that movie, though. Like her face.
You think so? I think she's cute.
I don't know. I just like compared to the real Sonya, the original Sonya. I think they should have used like the original Sonya from like Ultimate Mortal Kombat or that whatever, you know, the motion capture. You know,
I can see
She's
it.
Hotter. She's hotter.
No, guess teach your own, man.
Yeah.
He's like, you're not wrong. I'm not right. Wait a minute.
Mortal Kombat. Reptile. Johnny Cage. Sub-Zero.
Smoke.
Moving on here, staying with WWE.
Oh yeah.
Ray Fenix says he'll have his chance to speak. Oh no, this is AEW. Ray Fenix says he'll have a chance to speak the truth when responding to a post about AEW not using him. His post here, AEW not using Ray Fenix is fucking wrong. WWE sells out almost every arena they go to. They're doing the best business they have ever have. What the hell does Tony Khan think will happen if the Lucha Brothers go there? WWE isn't being hurt by this at all. The only one being affected is Fenix. He's the most innocent party in all of this. Ray Fenix replies, I will have my chance to speak the truth. What do you think about this?
It's upsetting. Like, I mean, I feel like we talk about this all the time, though, with AEW. Like, you know, not using the wrestlers. I mean, WWE, they fall into this category too. It's like you have such a big roster and you're not using certain wrestlers. But man, I feel like when the Lucha Bros go to WWE, they're gonna make a lot of money. Like they're gonna make so many different masks already.
Oh yeah,
so much different merch.
Team them up with Rey Mysterio, man. You got yourself a dream team there.
Oh, dude, I know, man. It's like I can imagine it too. Like I'm pretty sure it's happened somewhere else, but like to have it on like a larger, like a grander scale, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be so sick, and it just sucks that Fenix is being held like captive. It sounds ugly, but that's what's happening. He's being held captive.
Mm-hmm. But that's contracts. That's life, you know. Well, that's all Tony Khan can do to be like, please stay with me, or I'll kill myself. You know.
Oh my god!
Whatever toxic girlfriends say to keep their or boyfriends. I'm sorry.
Give me a fucking Vietnam flashback, man. Holy shit!
Yeah, my buddy was like that. His chick was like that with him. If you leave me, I'll kill myself. And he's just like, all right, I guess I'll stay with you because, you know, I don't want you to die. That's a healthy relationship.
I know. It's like, I know, man. Ooh, that felt too real, man. My heart. Man, I'm gonna go. No, I'm just kidding. No. It's not. It wasn't me. First off, I just want to talk. I wasn't the one trying to kill myself.
Awesome. Good to know.
Close
Good
one.
to know.
Close one.
I'm glad that was clarified in the
timestamp. Chat clip that. No.
Moving on here with more some other breaking news. This is breaking news. I guess I didn't have any other breaking news. Breaking Penta El Zero Miedo has now officially been signed to WWE. Flame emoji via Fightful.
Did this just happen right now?
December 6th.
Oh, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Dang, man, he's gonna kick ass. I like Penta. I really do.
Does he have a partner or is he by himself? Was he with anyone?
Ray Fenix.
Oh, so they were like the Lucha Brothers?
Yeah, the Lucha Bros. Yeah, that was
okay.
Legit. That is their tag team name, the Lucha Bros.
Okay, so they were. And the Lucha Sister. And they throw in someone there with them.
It's Penta El Cero Miedo and Penta El Cero Mierda.
They can throw they could throw what's her name? Man, Chelsea Green. Just put a mask on her.
Dude, Chelsea Green kicks ass, man.
Put her as like the comedic shit with them or something.
I know, like they're like, oh, like we should go do this, and they're just, okay.
Let's go get some Taco Tuesday.
But it's like the crunchy taco shells instead of like a flour tortilla.
They say something and she's like, man, I gotta learn Spanish. They just no dubber.
I know, she's like, I gotta learn Chinese.
But it's okay.
It's okay because it's Chelsea Green. No, we'll let it slide.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
No, but this is good. I'm glad that Penta El Zero Miedo is with WWE. We'll see how it goes. That's cool.
I wonder what his name's gonna be when they sign him. I wonder if they're gonna let him keep his name or they're just gonna put Pentagon Jr.
They're gonna change him to Hexagon.
He's so dumb.
Some other shape, hexagon or quadrilateral or rhombus.
Code. Ray Phoenix had code.
El Trapezoido.
Trapezoido. Stupid.
El puto trapezoido.
A pizza puta trapezoido.
I can see them naming it like that.
A la chingada.
Where the fuck is trapezoido? Where the fuck is trapezoido? Where the fuck is he?
Where the fuck is code? Oh my god.
But yeah, no, we'll move on to the last tier botches. Let's see
I'm
what I have
crying.
here. Oh, look, here's The Undertaker, Mankind, the Spanish announce table. And here, for those just listening, there's emojis and little icons of the recreating the Undertaker throwing Mankind off the Hell in the Cell onto the Spanish announce table.
That's great. I love that shit.
Oh, let's see here. Kofi Kingston to Big E. Where have you been when we needed you? Big E, and it just has him with pictures of his girlfriend.
I love the wheelbarrow one. That one's funny.
Big E's great.
Oh, I love Biggie
Biggie's
so much,
great.
dude.
Here is a picture of the 1-2-3 Kid and King Mabel watching the action unfold at Survivor Series.
God, that's fucked up.
95.
Oh man, do you know the context behind this picture?
I saw, the video of him rapping on stage,
Mm-hmm.
and he had the oxygen tank and the couch, and then this chick would just come and like kind of dance with him and flirt with him. It was real weird.
That was really weird.
But it was a lot of people that he was performing around.
Yeah, it was you know the rapper Juice WRLD? He was the one that overdosed like at the airport. It was like a concert to commemorate him, and they've been having like each year. And he was there, and then I guess he just started rapping and talking shit about Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, because Snoop Dogg said some shit about him performing on a couch on stage. It's like, why even perform? And he was just like, man, why are you talking shit? And Snoop Dogg responded like, yeah, sure, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
but he said it sarcastically. Yeah, I didn't mean to rag on you performing
oh, my bad,
the couch. Yeah,
my bad.
Here is look at the new Tekken 8 character, CM Punk. This is, I guess him dodging.
Oh shit! Man, do you ever play Tekken?
I never liked Tekken. I was never good at it, and I don't like I always like whenever it went into Mortal Kombat 4, where it was 3D and you could like sidestep.
Yeah.
I never liked games like that, fighting games that had the sidestep where you could.
Where you could like spin around a point. Like
point.
Yeah.
That's what I never liked it, and then that was how Tekken pretty much was. So, and then I was never like good at those fighting games. So
okay.
What about you?
Mortal Kombat. It's always Mortal Kombat. Specifically, I wasn't good at it, but I would play Mortal Kombat Deception, and that one was a lot of fun. And then when MK9 came around, when they did like the reboot for, and it was just called Mortal Kombat, that one I was good at. Like I spent countless hours on it. Played Cyrax, he was my main. But like with Street Fighter and Tekken, I just could never get good at it. I don't know what it was. I think it's just like to each their own. But one of my good friends, Alex, he plays Street Fighter professionally, and he is crazy good at it. It's amazing.
Damn. I know when they had like I would always play the older Mortal Kombats, like Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the Ultimate Mortal Kombat, and when they had that for the Xbox 360, the Ultimate Mortal Kombat Arcade 3, number 3, I was really good at it. Like I was ranked, I was ranked like at least the top like 500 in the world, like with Katana.
Holy shit!
I'd play the shit out of it like nonstop. I was really good at that. And then these newer ones though, it's too many. It's overcomplicated to me.
MK9 was a lot of fun. 10 I was still okay, but I couldn't find my character. And then 11 and then 12 or 1. Same thing. It's like I play the story mode, but I can't find like my good footing where I feel confident with the character. I don't know. My friend Javi watches the podcast, but shout out to Javi. He's Elder God ranked online for MK1. And like legit, he'll go to the arcade, like, and he'll play the original Mortal Kombat, and he'll beat it in one sitting. Like he'll like no extra quarters or anything. Like he just beats it like untouched. It's amazing. It's one of the craziest things I've seen.
Fucking people, man. I wish I could get good. The games I play now aren't even like I don't even feel like playing online games anymore, like the Call of Duties or anything. I play
Oh
like
no.
single player story games where I could just relax and just play it at my own leisure and not feel like a competitiveness, you know?
Yeah.
That's where
I
I'm at
feel the
now.
same way that single player games are the way to go. Like Tears of the Kingdom, The Legend of Zelda. I could probably put that as one of my favorite games of all time now. It's great. Like I could just take my time with it. I don't feel rushed. I mean, same thing with Minecraft. Like I play Minecraft too,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of fun. But like my friends, they want to play the new season of Fortnite, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm okay for right now. We'll see how I feel.
Yeah, I had been playing fucking Mass Effect 2 because I had just re-beaten the first one. And then I was playing part 2 and just playing like a mission here and there, you know, like all
And
casually.
for I remember, that's like one of your favorite games of all time, right? The
Yeah,
Mass
yeah,
Effect trilogy.
I fucking love Mass Effect. I've beaten it like countless times, but I was playing it also on the hardest difficulty,
Ooh,
just to see if I could beat it, you know. And yeah, it's got annoying like things here and there, but sometimes I'll cheese it and just been playing it, you know, a mission at a time, maybe like one a day or one every other day I'm off, you know, playing a mission.
yeah.
Just chill.
And it's like a lot of new games lately. I can't properly like sit through it and play it. Like I bought Ark Survival. It's kind of like Minecraft, but with cavemen. You build up like your technology and everything. I
Mhm.
stopped that. Warhammer 40K. I played it for a little bit. I stopped that. I don't know. Maybe I just feel like I don't have time anymore to like play video games. Like sit down. I waste the
Mhm.
whole day just playing video games. I can't do that anymore.
No, I know the feeling. Like that's why I'll go for like these like indie games that are like shorter. They're like 2 hour long games that you could beat
Hmm.
like in one sitting. And I mean that goes against like Mass Effect because it's such a big epic game. But I give that a excuse, you know, because I love it. But I'd prefer like a smaller casual game that I could beat in like 1 or 2 sittings instead of them being like 30, 40 hour plus playthroughs, you know.
Like Undertale.
I need to play that. That looks a little hard though.
Ooh, it depends because it has different endings, and I think I got
Yeah.
like the regular neutral ending, and it fucked with me, man. It was very weird, but I could put that as one of the funniest games I played in like recent memory. It's good. It's really good.
The one of the most recent games I played that I really liked was Omori.
Amori?
And
That sounds
yeah.
familiar.
And it's like kind of like Earthbound where it's an RPG where you have your characters and you do 4 versus whatever characters and you take turns attacking them. But
Hmm.
the story's fucked up. It's a fucked up story. Like
Really?
yeah, and it stuck with me and it's just but it was a nice, cool, casual game that I like happened to just it was free on Game Pass and I was like, I'll try
Mhm.
this game and I was like, dang, this game was good. It was
Hell
really
yeah,
good.
man. Those are the best too, man. It's like you don't have to spend $70 on a AAA game, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Mhm.
just a little game you can like play a little bit, and you're like, "Oh shit, this was cool.
Mhm.
This was fucking
The
cool."
the game I do want to pick back up again is Cuphead. I'm thinking about downloading it with the
I
DLC to play Cuphead.
was about to say, did you ever beat the new DLC with the what is it? Chalice, Miss Chalice.
Oh no, I haven't touched it.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
seeing some fights here and there, but I try to refrain from watching any fights because when I play it, I want to be surprised at like the art
Hmm.
style or like the
Yeah.
different bosses because I just love that game, man. It's so much stressful as fuck, but it's so much fun. I love that game.
The game I'm wanting to pick up, I think I gave it to you for a holiday. Was Death Stranding?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, they just put it out on the Xbox. Like just
Really?
yeah, it was an exclusive to PlayStation forever, and then the
Mhm.
PC. They just put it on the Xbox, and I'm like, I want to play it because I
Mhm.
don't have a PlayStation, so I was like, I'll wait till I get a PlayStation. But then they put it out on Xbox, so I'm like, I want to
Hell
give it a
yeah.
shot. It's a cool single player game. It's chill. I want to
Mhm.
give it a shot.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a game coming out now where I'm just like, man, I'm fucking excited for that. Like, I just feel like I'm out the loop now. But as we can see right now, CM Punky's DLC. I just like how we're talking about video game characters and like just video games we like, and it's just CM Punk just on a continuous loop.
Yeah,
Just
he's just doing that. It cracks me up so bad.
it's so
Uh,
funny.
But yeah, no, I feel like that's the show, guys. TCM, we'll end it with the video games. I love fucking video games.
Yes.
Not really wrestling video games, of course we can talk about, but the only good one really is like the WWE one, the AEW one. You immediately you returned it even though you got it for free.
I did, man. It was one of the free games of the month for PlayStation, and we downloaded it. And let me tell you, I was like, man, I wasted my time downloading this, and I wasted space on my hard drive. Like that game, fucking sucked. I think last month or like 2 months ago, the free game of the month was WWE 2K24. So I downloaded that. I got that for free. And I've been wanting to play on. I should play online, not online, but like the story mode for that, and unlock more characters and everything. But we'll play online against each other, other people. And let me tell you, man, any of the 2K games, WWE specifically, I have such a great time with it. I laugh my ass off every time. It kills me. Absolutely kills me.
Well, speaking of dying, everyone, I'm glad you stayed alive with us during this episode. Don't die in the game or you'll die for real. I want to thank everyone for listening to. Oh, that's just good advice. I want to thank everyone
Yes.
for listening to the podcast, for liking, rating, reviewing, subscribing, and commenting. All those great things. We appreciate you listening. What do you want to say to people, Gabe?
Same thing you said. Don't die. You're beautiful. You're sexy. Thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, leaving a comment, all that fun shit. 5-star rating on Spotify. It all helps out the channel.
Hell yeah. And don't go and leave us a bad review if you get that taste of paper towel chicken in your mouth. That's not our fault.
Once I get that gift card, man, I'm gonna get $50 worth of paper towels for Bill Brothers.
Hell yeah. That's about 4 rolls. Paper towels are fucking expensive.
They're fucking expensive. I need to buy somewhere actually.
But yeah, thank everyone for listening, and we'll see y'all next week. Everyone stay safe and take care. Bye.